So I'm delighted this morning to be with Alex Chambre. Um, Alex, you're the co-founder, CTO of GetRentR. With Ola Shields, the other co-founder. GetRentR is designed for landlords, or my view is for landlords who want to know what's happening in that particular market in terms of legislation. How would you best phrase it about what GetRentR is? Because that's my own perspective.
Okay, so thanks for having me on. So to us, GetRentR is an application and a platform which sits and works alongside with the landlord, the tenant, contractors, letting agents, and ultimately facilitates and assists with the relationships between each of these parties to effectively improve each of these parties' lives, I guess. So tenants get, they make sure that the house is maintained. Landlords make sure their responsibilities are followed. Letting agents make sure that they're all up to scratch on regulation and compliance. Contractors have, jobs coming in. Essentially, by using technology and relationships and property management ultimately at the center of this, we can facilitate the lives of each of these individuals. And that touches all sorts of facets. So you mentioned having responsibilities and legislation in there. That's just one small part of it. Having access to tradesmen on demand is just another facet of it. So it's a very broad platform, but in a very simple, small way.
Okay, so if we look at the functions, one is to provide information about legislation. Another one is to connect people with tradespeople. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah. So we've developed a database of every licensing scheme in the UK that affects landlords in the selective licensing and additional HMO licensing space. We cover mandatory as well, but that's national. So basically, you've got up and down especially in England and Wales, you have discretionary schemes that local authorities can implement and say, well, your HMO needing 5 people, 3 stories, well, we're going to restrict that and move that down to, well, it might be 3 people on 1 floor. It might be 4 people on 2 floors. And the geographic coverage of that might be the entire borough. It might be half a street. It might be 3 wards. And there is absolutely no consistency or central data set where we can just quickly look up this information. So we've created it, and it's updated every single day. We double check everything. So you can literally just punch in a postcode and get all the licensing information you need for it. And then we've added in greenbelt data, and we've got other data sets coming online throughout the year. So flood risk, strategic housing. Well, we'd like to get planning permission, but one thing at a time. And then the builder side is, so when the licensing thing comes in, you've got the landlord, you can just say, oh, I'm managing a property, it's in, I don't know, NW6, and that's in Camden, great. So then here's the additional HMO scheme for Camden. So should a tenant in that property raise an issue, we know that the property's in Camden, we can get a contractor in the area to come and fix it. So the licensing has an impact on the contractors because different other pieces of documentation certificates will need to be put forward if the property needs a license, and others might, are required anyway. So gas safety cert, but electrics, for example, if you need a license, you're going to need an electrical cert, and therefore you're going to need a contractor who's going to come and, or engineer to come and do that for you. It sounds very all apart, but it actually does connect very smartly together.
Sure. In terms of the contractors, which you can get access to using your software, are they from a particular organization like GetRentR, or how have they come about?
So I'm not sure if I'm at liberty to just say where they come from, but they come from one organization, which is UK wide, and which has a network of over, I think, 2,500 contractors from the big companies down to the one-man band. So they can cover pretty much any emergency situation, any certification, and they have amazing service level agreements. So, you know, they'll be there if they say they're going to be there, and, you know, they're there to be responded and tapped into, basically.
Alex, you're involved as the CTO of GetRentR. How can people find out more about GetRentR? And is it a piece of software which you can use on tablets and iPhones, or is it just from a laptop?
Both, actually. So you can iPhone, Android, tablets, laptop, desktops. We had some funny situations where someone was asking us, "Can we use it when we don't even have when we don't have a phone or a laptop or even internet access?" And we're like, "Yeah, we can actually think of stuff." So we're very we do a lot of R&D for stuff. So we work with we've done integrations with Amazon Alexa, so you could literally just speak into your living room and just get something done if you want to. So we're playing around with that kind of tech as well. So it's literally everywhere. So we will be looking at the Internet of Things and smart home as, I guess, technology, people catch up with the technology as well. So as it gets more integrated in the home and becomes available, we will be there.
Okay, that's interesting. It's the first time I've done a video interview and anyone's mentioned the Internet of Things. I don't know how soon it's going to become a more widespread term. I heard it mentioned a few years ago at an interesting place, CIPR, Chartered Institute of Public Relations, and they were focusing on the Internet of Things. And you don't hear too much about the Internet of Things in terms of prop tech.
No.
Now, going back to your product or your software, how can people find out about it? So, of course, they can come along to my evening meet in Wandsworth on the 21st of this month, 21st of March. Depending on when you're listening to this video, of course, if you're listening to this video after the 21st of March, you might want to contact GetRentR direct. What would be the best way, Alex?
Through our website. So it's https GetRentR.com. So GetRentR.com. So yeah, our email.
Oh, Alex, I lost signal there with you for just a moment. Are you still there?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. So I lost signal with you for about half a minute there. I know you mentioned GetRentR.com. What else did you add after that particular section? Just to recap, you mentioned the website and then.
Oh yeah, so we're in the app stores. So if you search GetRentR as well on there, we'll show up. You know, with a little blue icon with a house on it, and you'll be able to log in as a landlord or as a tenant, or technically you could be a landlord and a tenant at the same time. So you can switch roles if you wanted to. Yeah, so we're on there. Our emails are in the app, and you can contact us at any time as well. So they're on the website as well.
Brilliant. I just want to say huge thanks for you taking time out today, Alex. Huge thanks to our listeners as well.
Brendan.
Okay. Thanks for the moment.
Thank you, Brendan.
Thanks.
All right.